Of course, these shots are all spontaneous. Good evening, welcome back to the channel. I've had this dream for about 2 years, and that is photographing the winter circle and Orion in snow. Tonight might be the night. Okay, our trackers are running and it is crystal clear. Fortunately, we were a bit indecisive tonight. We were already on our way to a different spot, but yeah, there were clouds and there was no snow, so we decided to drive 1.5 hours the other way. So we are now in the south of the Netherlands. Light pollution wise, it is not a very good spot. I think it's bortle 5 and we really notice it in our shots. But hey, as you can see, there is a lot of snow here. And yeah, we are at a sort of grave monument. We call it the Dutch Stonehenge. So hopefully we can get some good winter circle shots in winter conditions.
Now, what is this winter circle anyway? Well, it's an asterism of stars which is only visible in the northern hemisphere during wintertime. If you start at Orion, at the star Orion, we go up to Aldebaran, the orange star of the constellation Taurus. We go up again to the constellation Auriga, the bright star Capella, which is almost overhead. And from there we go down through the stars Castor and Pollux of Gemini, through Procyon, and we end up at the brightest star visible in the night sky, Sirius. Let's go back to the snow.
We found this statue of Orion. He's famous here.
So everything is going solid. That's Corne. It's clear, the trackers are running. I've decided on doing a stack RGB on 14mm of the whole winter circle. It just fits in. And after that I'll put in the HA filter, and I hope I also have time for a 24mm stack, also an HA RGB. To yeah, I hope to create some contrast between the bluish tones of the snow and the red tones of the H Alpha Nebula. So we'll see.
While our cameras were shooting, we went scouting for foregrounds.
Now been shooting for about 1.5 hours, I think. Yeah, I've been walking around here, around the yeah, Dutch Stonehenge. And yeah, there are actually 3 of these little hills here. So I think this is the most beautiful one. It lies a bit elevated, so if you get the camera low on the ground like it is now, and you get Orion behind it, you get a really nice silhouette of the poles. And I hope the winter circle and Orion show beautifully above here.
In my opinion, they definitely did. To me, this was the stuff of my dreams. But please let me know in the comments what you think. But we were not done just yet. We were still looking for those shots with a beautiful full winter circle in our frame.
It's going beautifully until now. Yeah, it's still crystal clear. The snow is pretty thick. We have some beautiful subjects. And yeah, the light pollution is pretty bad, but yeah, I guess we'll have to do just a bit more post-processing, a bit of dehaze, for example, yeah, to get a bit more detail in. Just to be sure, we both, Corne and I, also are blending some hydrogen alpha data in it, just to get some more interest, some more reds of the H alpha nebula into the scene. And yeah, H alpha filters, of course, cut through a lot of light pollution, so hopefully we can add also a bit of contrast because of the filters.
Speaking about post-processing, I thought I'd show you some new software I've been experimenting with lately. As you know, I have been working with the diffusion filter sometimes to make the star constellations stand out, you know, to make the brighter stars glow a bit. And yeah, I still use the filter, but I find it pretty hard to use because of the reflections in the field. So I got a tip from the astrophotographer Juros Fink from Slovenia to try out star spikes. So I'll quickly show you what it does. It's from a Pro Digital software, StarSpikes Pro 4. And basically it's software which can produce those star spikes, but that's not what we are looking for. We are looking to create that what is called the Fuji Akira glow, I think. And you can see here I have selected all the stars, but if I fiddle around with the settings, I can only target the brighter stars and make it really intense or not so intense. Let's say something like this is good. You can change the color, the saturation. You can also play around with adding some flare around it, like really much or just a bit. And what I do, I apply it and then I blend out some of the outer reaches which I don't want to glow that much. I have to be really subtle with this effect to get it natural, but I thought I'll just quickly show you, and perhaps you can also try it out. I think it has a free trial of 2 weeks. Let's go back to the field and check how those 14mm shots of the winter circle came along.
So while Corne is dressing up again, yeah, we are done for the night. We just played around with a bit of light painting, which causes some really nice contrast and some leading lines in the snow. So yeah, we are pretty happy. I think it's a really successful night. Yeah. It's already about, I think, 1 o'clock or something.
Something like that.
Epic. So what do you think, Corne? Successful?
I think it's time to go home.
It is. Thank you guys for watching. Cheers. See you on the next one.
But before we leave, I promised you some pictures of the winter circle.